Let's bring in NBC's justice correspondent Pete Williams. More information on the investigation. Pete, I am not a lawyer, so I need you to help me with the legal criteria here. If you're with someone who tells you they have plans to go commit a crime like this, if you actually take them to the spot where they are in some ways casing the scene or the target, if you're with them when they buy ammunition, does that qualify you as an accessory to the crime?
Well, perhaps not an accessory, but it certainly does expose her to legal liability. She could be charged. I would be surprised if she's not. According to several officials that we've talked to, here's what she's told the FBI. That she drove him to the Pulse nightclub in Orlando at least once, maybe more, because he wanted to check it out, and that when Mateen told her he was considering some kind of terror attack, she tried to talk him out of it. Now, here's some new information this morning, Matt. We're now told that on Saturday night, the night of the shooting, when he left the house, he told her that he was going to go visit friends, but she has told the FBI that she feared he was going to go shoot people at the Pulse nightclub. Even so, even though she had that fear, she never called the police to warn them. Now, the FBI isn't sure whether what she's telling them is true, whether in fact she did try to talk him out of it, but yes, she could face charges, and here's why. Under federal law, it's illegal when someone fails to tell the police that a crime has been committed. That's a felony, maximum penalty 3 years. In this case, the crime would be Mateen's planning to attack the nightclub and his preparations to carry out, in essence, attempted murder.
Right, that's the planning and the knowing about that crime of planning that potentially could expose her legally. But I guess the question for investigators is not just whether they should charge her, but when, because it sounds like, Pete, from your reporting, that she's still talking, she's still cooperating, and if they charge her, that could end. Precisely, and that is a big concern, and that's why they say they're in no rush, because it is a double-edged sword. On the one hand, she has this potential liability herself, but on the other hand, she's got the best information about him. She's the closest person to him. She's providing valuable information. So it's a decision about when to charge. And even if the federal authorities decide not to charge with such a horrifying crime in their own community, the state could certainly bring charges by itself.
Pete, real quickly, does she have any cover in the story from the ex-wife about how he was an abusive husband, controlling husband? Can she go to authorities and say, I feared for my life and safety if I crossed him in any way?
Well, I haven't heard that she has said that. I suppose that would be something that would help in her defense if there were ever a trial, but I don't think that would stop the authorities from bringing charges if they're going to do it. And, you know, to emphasize this, they have to decide whether her story is true, check it out, and then decide whether to file charges.
Pete Williams, as always, thank you very much.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.